All right, let's take a second and run at this. Hi, my name's Gary. This is our first Friday for instrumental ukulele this time around. And I'm busy posting all of our information on the website, the link so people can join us. It's the website is jollyrogerukulele.com. And I blew up our stream a minute ago. And so people are going to be like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go. So let's hope that the revised stream is going to cooperate, and I will not touch anything else. Let's see. All right, let's see here. All right, so hopefully everybody will be back here momentarily. There's somebody showed up. Okay, good. Let me make sure the link is working properly. Had a bit of a catastrophe. All right, so that is correct. I need to go to here. I'll just make that thing go away, and then they'll have no choice but to figure out. Let's see. Melissa, you made it in. Yeah, no, it was definitely me. I set my book over here, and it just happened to touch the power strip button. All of a sudden, everything went. The laptop stayed on because it runs on batteries, and it's like, that's weird. Did the power go out in the whole building? And then I realized that the main light to the room was still on. So, all right, Lynn, sorry about that. Lynn walked into the last room and was like, clonk. Sound is good. Chat is active. Finally, I'm in. The chat box was not working earlier. Sound is good. Yeah, 100% my fault this time. Yeah, I hit the power button. turns out the internet doesn't work without electricity. We've now tested that, and it's now true. Hey, Bridget, happy Friday. Yeah, Valerie, let's do this. Nice. You guys are hilarious. Let me. I'm gonna go delete that little incident that I just had. That's the one right there. Delete forever. That was a bad situation. All right. Yeah, I have sitting here. I have, of course, this table that I work at here. This office. There's one power plug over there, and it runs everything in the office. Plus, whenever there's out in the main area here, there's a big theater out here, just beyond the door, and there's one plug. That same plug runs the lighting system up here. So. Of course, there are power strips and this, that, and the other thing around here. Now, I've gone out and bought all of the best power strips possible, and I make sure at night to turn everything completely off because I don't want to be responsible for burning the church down. But yeah, so on this table alone behind me here, I've got a full microphone setup. I have a full sound system. I have a second computer. We have phone chargers, printers, internet connections, credit card things. And so this desk it doesn't take that much power, but you touch anything weird and everything goes, wah. So it's all tied together into one plug. Yeah, so that's it. So we're okay. Let's see, who else wandered in today? Oh, hey, Donna, welcome in. All right, so let's see, 12:08. Let's go ahead and knock these suckers out. We do have quite a bit to do today, so I want you to start by grabbing your Make It Better bar worksheet. That's going to be the important thing for us to get started working on that. Every Friday, we're going to play Make It Better bar worksheet until forever, basically, because it's a good worksheet, and it really helps you think about the best ways to get your hand strength built up. And I want to just make sure that that's something that is not a major for you. A lot of people, when I first started teaching and we'd run to bar chords, I was just sort of like, oh, I hate teaching bar chords because it makes everybody so sad, because it's hard and unpleasant and all that. But what I do but then after a while, I thought, you know what? What if we just made bar chords just sort of part of our lifestyle, and then we wouldn't have to worry about it so much. So, on your Make a Bed of Bar worksheet, you'll notice that you've got it goes all the way down the fretboard and then all the way back, and you're just going to use your bar all the way down here to measure 12 or fret 12, and then you're going to come back. The really challenging thing on this is not so much the bar itself, but getting a nice steady pace with your right hand. And that also is something that we spend a lot of time on in instrumental ukulele, trying to get this where it is smooth, reliable, steady, all of that stuff. So let's go through it. Start with the 0. So you just don't hold down anything. We're going to go thumb, index, middle, ring. And if I haven't told you guys before, PIMA, that's the old Spanish terms that you'll see in classical guitar. They use PIMA rather than thumb, index, middle, ring, which, you know, now that English is the lingua franca of Earth, we think that they should use T, thumb, TIMR, right? TIMR, but they still use PIMA because it's Spanish and it's an homage to the origins of guitar, which oddly didn't begin in Spain anyway. They began in the Middle East, but whatever. PIMA, and then we'll slide up 1, PIMA, and so on. You go perfect tone out of each string, perfect pacing. 1, 2, 3, 4. P, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then change your pattern. Thumb, middle, index, ring. Thumb, index, middle, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, middle, index, thumb, ring, index, middle, index, thumb, ring, 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 middle, index, thumb. Okay, so I'm fighting. This is a real, very inexpensive ukulele, and I play it a lot. Just I don't know why, but I really struggle with this against this nut, this first fret, you know, and it's partially because it's not particularly well made, but it's also partially that's just harder up there to get on your first fret down. Okay, so we have so much to do. I got to talk less and work more today. So let's roll down to our to-do list. I would like for you guys to pull up your ukulele circle of fifths on one page and set that over here somewhere. And then I want you to pull up Alouetta. Okay, and we're going to talk about ways that you can transpose music into. Oops, I hit the wrong thing there. Hold on. We're going to talk about transposing music real quick, and we're going to play Alouetta 2 or 3 different ways. Alouetta. Okay, there's that. And then let me go back and grab my copy of the Ukulele Circle of Fifths, just so I make sure I'm telling you the truth. So, open up. Does 2. Where are you? Ukulele. Why don't I have it? That's crazy. Let me print one out real quick. I don't understand where it went. Ukulele. See. This is one thing I wait. This is the only thing that we can't do on YouTube that I really wish we could do is share documents. Someday we'll probably be able to do that. All right, so it'll be up here in just a second. Now let's go ahead and look at Alouetta. You have two chords, right? Two chords. Think about it as this chord and this chord. So the main chord and its buddy is 5 steps away. Okay, and apologize. I'm not speaking clearly because I'm busy wondering. I'm all panicked that what I thought was here is not here, and I'm figuring it's only a matter of time before the rest of the thing shows up as a problem. But Gary, let it go. All right, Alouette, you are dealing with the F chord and the C7 chord. Those are your two easy ones, right? And if you look on your circle of fifths, you have your F chord as your main chord, and just to the right of it is C chord. Okay, in this case it's a C7, but don't overthink it, just F to C. So if my main chord was a C chord, then instead of playing F and C7, I would play C and G7 because G is just to the right of C. Similarly, if the main chord was G, I would play G and D7. And if the main chord is D, I would play D and A7. So we're going to transpose Alouette first. Anytime you see F, every single time it says F, I want you to play D. Okay? So we're going to transpose it into the key of D. We're going to play a D chord. That's the index, middle, ring, top 3 strings, 2nd fret. And then every time it says C7, I want you to play an A7, which is 1st fret right there. So you're going to go da 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 da. And you can either just go straight back to the A7, or you can do it more correctly and put your index finger there. Okay, so we're going to go through that one time just to see how you do. We're going to play it in D rather than F. So every time you see an F, play D. Every time you see C7, play A7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, jante plumarée, jante plumarée la tête, jante plumarée la tête, et la tête, alouette, alouette, oh, 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 alouette, jante alouette, alouette, jante plumarée. Okay, that's what these 2-chord songs are good for, is teaching you your chord pairs. So D and A7 will always go together, just like your chart says. Here's D, it's right next to the right of it is A. So now if we switch from G, let's do C going to G7. Okay, so let's play it in C this time and then play the G7. So every time it says F, you're going to play C. And every time it says C7, you're going to play G7. And back. Okay, 1, 2, ready, play. Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, jante plumarée, jante plumarée la tête, jante plumarée la tête, et la tête, et la tête, alouette, alouette, oh, 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 alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, jante plumarée. So that's how we transpose. We use a circle of fifths, we find the main chord and figure out what other chords, the relationship of the other chords in your song to the main chord, and then all you have to do is roll around that circle of fifths to some other main chord, and the relationships have to stay the same. So now let's play what's written on your paper. Grab your F chord. It's going to go to C7 and back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alouette, gentille alouette, alouette, jante plumarée, jante plumarée la tête, J'entends plus m'oreille la tête. Alouette, et la tête. Alouette, alouette. Oh, 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 oh. Alouette, la gentille alouette. Alouette, la j'entends plus m'oreille. Okay. So now we played that song in 3 different keys just by using the circle of fifths and rotating around just a little bit. Christine, got here much earlier today. Was hard to find you. Yeah, sorry, Christine. We had a blow up on the electrical situation. Holy moly! I just got bar chords on the first fret. Way to go, Nancy. They happen, right? It's just I'm fighting it. There it is. Okay. And aloha, Gary. I'm here for. Welcome in, Linda. All right, I'm way behind on chat, obviously. All right, so that's how you play into. That's how you transpose. Don't try transposing on a complicated song. Start on the easy stuff and move up. All right, let's play the melody. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay. If you've been around a little while, probably that's fairly easy. The only moment that's kind of scary is you got to jump up and grab that 5. Otherwise, everything's 1 on 3. If you're brand new, that's a lot. That's a lot to get under your belt to hit the right strings and all that stuff. So just know it's a progression, right? You'll get more and more comfortable. Those of you who've been around a while, I'd like for you to play the tough uke with me. If you're brand new, don't worry about it yet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Pretty little tune. I like it. I think it's busy enough on the left hand, but not so busy as to make it impossible. Melissa says, finally, a successful tab song. Yes. Okay. Congratulations, Melissa. Welcome to the big top. Yeah, no, when you first start, this is a lot. After a little while, all of a sudden, yeah, I did it. I pull it off. Nice. Congratulations. First time visiting. Mahalo. Hey, Tom, welcome in. Glad you're here. Okay. We are in day 5 of week 1, so you may have a little catching up to do. You may be able to kill it right off the bat. All right, so we have taken this song and kind of beat it to death just a tiny bit. We've given you 3 different keys to play it in. We played the melody. We played the tough uke. Each week, I'm going to be giving you guys in this class this sort of next level stuff. If you're brand new, please don't worry about that. This is stuff for the people who have been around a little bit, at least 6 weeks, and are starting to mess around with this stuff. For those of you who are newer, this is not for you. Okay. All right. Now let's go on. For our other song of the day is "After the Ball." And again, this is for those of you guys who've been around a little while. It's not meant for the new players. It's for people that were like, "Yep, I've been around a while. I'm still feeling comfortable. I get the big picture. I just need some extra reps before I feel like I'm going to be playing at a high level." And so let's play after the ball. We'll play it all three ways, and then we'll dig back into the main stuff for those of you guys that are newer. Okay. So first, grab your chords, and we always sing and strum, and I always remind you that I am aware that I cannot sing. Okay, so when you go tell your friends about this website, don't say some stuff like, "Yeah, he'll make you a great singer," because I will not. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3. After the ball is over, after the break of dawn. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. After the dancers leaving, after the stars are gone, many a heart is aching. If you could read them all, many the hopes that have vanished after the ball. To the top, after the ball is over, after the break of dawn, after the dancers leaving, after the bars are gone, many a heart is aching. If you could read them all, many the hopes that have vanished after the ball. That's a cute little tune. All right, so that's how we sing and strum it. I tried different strum patterns going along through there. Never could find the one that was dead on, like, yep, that's the one I should be using. So it's fun to experiment with those right hand patterns. Let's play the melody, guys. Those of you who are brand new, probably a little bit of a stretch. Those of you guys who've been around a few weeks should be able to knock this guy out. Okay, let's give it a shot and see how it goes. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. Aloha. All right, so Tom is in. All right, from the top, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, oh, 2, 3, oh. 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Second inning. 2, 3. Okay. At your level, playing through the melodies with me, the real issue is, are you keeping up? Are you able to, when you make a mistake, just move on from it and not lose sleep over it? That, I think, is the most important thing that the most important reason for showing up daily. I meet lots of players who are ukulele players, right? I meet lots of them, and but they never show up, right? And what happens with that is that they're at home playing the same things over and over and over. They're getting really, really good at Over the Rainbow, but they're not necessarily progressing. They're not learning to manage their mistakes. They're not learning to play in time with somebody else, and what ends up happening, and I've seen it happen over and over and over, is they're like, well, I think I'll work at home on my own for a while, and that's the end of it, because you need that. You need a little bit of me pushing you a tiny bit, and judging yourself against yourself, basically. And the way you do that is, hey, and even today, Melissa, who's been around a little while, says, hey, man, I just knocked out a tab song. Well, that's progress. And she wouldn't necessarily be able to gauge that just sitting at home on your own, because at home you will slow down, right? And that sounds fine when you're at home by yourself, but when you get in a group, it's no longer acceptable. Getting your timing is right is important, and that's the most important thing about showing up to ensemble and to playing with other people, is you're sort of forced to get your timing act together, and that's why I like for you to continue to show up, okay? Because I know what happens when you don't. All right, after the ball, the tough uke, just one time through. We got to move on to the other stuff today, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good. Second ending. Okay, that's a beautiful piece of music. Number one song from 1892, huge runaway hit. Just has that real 1890s sensibility about it, and I think the story behind it's really silly, we talked about earlier this week, but that's just a nice piece of music that you could work on to really get your fingerstyle act together. It really is a fingerstyle arrangement, a slow fingerstyle arrangement, but really something's happening almost every quarter note in this song, with very few exceptions. And in fingerstyle, we're usually working on trying to get something on every eighth note, but that's usually for a faster song. This song just has this nice, peaceful, beautiful sense about it. And those of you guys who've been around a little while, you're like, that's the level I want you to be at, so that when we go to the more advanced music, it's more of the same. It's just that the chords are weirder, the speed is faster, and sometimes the rhythm is a little bit weirder. But this one just very nice and predictable and very beautiful piece of music. Nancy's rocking as well. Oh, you get to wear an eye patch today, Nancy. Very exciting. I have years and years and years ago, we did a pirate thing with our orchestra, pirate day or pirate concert. I don't remember. We were playing Pirates of the Caribbean, and we found other pirate songs to go with it. And I got to wear the hat with the parrot. I don't think I had an eye patch on. I think it made my eye sweat. Melissa, yikes. Melissa, until that tough. I played it kind of fast, guys. Be patient with yourself. Still having a problem with the G minor with the pinky on the fifth. Yeah, this piece here, G minor, pinky up on fifth. Guys, it's coming up all the time. If when you're playing with me and you're like, I know that's not going to happen, just grab the 5. Don't worry about the chord, right? That's musical problem solving. You're rolling around. We're like, oh god, there's that thing. Play the G minor. Whoop. And then put it back. Go to 7. After the just abandon the chord. After the dance, just play the 5. Don't worry about the whole chord. You've already hit the chord in the first beat in measure 9, so then go grab your 5, grab the 1, jump up, play the melody for just a second, and then jump back down. So yeah, I totally G minor doesn't come up that much, and so when it does, and then in addition you got to put your 5 up there, a little bit of a like, that was harder than I wanted it to be. Okay, so that's some more advanced music for today. I would say this weekend, those of you guys that have been playing with me a little while, those 2 songs, Alouetta and After the Ball, are great launching points to get you into more and more advanced music. Next week, we'll pick 2 more advanced tunes, but I think your goal, obviously, is to play those in good tempo over the period of time, and I think I can't speak highly enough of both of those tunes for being mostly the melodies hanging out here in 1, 2, and 3. Got a couple of 5 show up, and just getting you where you're starting to feel smooth and a little bit more confident about that sort of stuff. I see I have my ring finger up and ring finger up. Oh, you can do that as well for your G minor. 1, 2, 3. And just don't use your ring finger, right? That's also, but then but you still got the 1 problem then, right? So ideally, give yourself time. Your hands, I'm going to play this G minor, and your pinky's going to go up there, and we work on that, right? When you're off ukulele making dinner, and you're sitting at the counter waiting for the dang pot to boil. Ugh. 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 We worked on this last night in guitar class. We have a chord that's like this, and you're like, well, that's not good, right? And so even this one, even this one is going to come up. Okay, Frere Jacques, guys, this is the beginning of everything. There's never been a time that I haven't taught a class for how to play Frere Jacques. This is your moment. You've had it for the week. Hopefully, it's going well. Of every piece of music I teach, there is nothing out there that's more important than this sheet of paper. This is your foundation. This is how you play ukulele at a high level. And everything is on here there except for changing chords and putting the chords and the melody together. Everything else is on here that you're going to need to be a successful instrumentalist. Okay, so first let's grab your A chord, index and middle. Okay. 4 beats every measure. Doesn't matter what's going on in the melody. 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, dormez Martinez, sonnez les Martinez, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. One more time. Frere Jacques, Frere Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous, sonnez les Martinez, sonnez les Martinez, ding dang dong, ding dang dong. Okay, so what you notice, I am dead on. No matter what I'm doing with my right hand, it's always just very steady. This stays steady. Those of you guys that are singers, that's if you're struggling with singing and strumming at the same time, it's because you're trying to strum with the music rather than the beat. And so make sure when you're strumming, the beat is the beat. It's the most important thing. You want to keep that steady, and everything else with your voice will work itself out. But keeping a steady beat is what you're working on initially. I strum here where the body and the neck come together. Okay, that's a great place to strum. Or sometimes I was plucking. Sometimes I was arpeggioing. Right? I know that should be a verb. It's not, but it should be. And sometimes just plucking multiple strings. Be very adventurous with your right hand. What I find most of the time when people are body ukulele and they're not getting any legitimate lessons, or they're going on YouTube and looking at the pretty girls giving lessons, they got a pick in their hand and they only know this, and they don't even know that very well because they haven't tried all the other stuff. So be very adventurous with your right hand. Do lots and lots of things here. And then that's the easier way to play in the beginning, right? But the problem is chords are going to get really complicated, and they're going to get less and less fun as you go along. A is not too bad. But what it does get very complicated right off the bat, but then gets easier and easier is playing the melody. Okay, 0240 0240 457 457 797 540 797 540. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. Here we go. From the top, not nearly that fast. 1, 2, ready, play. 0240 0240 457 457 797 540 797 540. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. Okay. If that's going well for you, you are set for life in ukulele. If that's not going well for you, I want you to spend a little bit of time on it this weekend, because next week we dive into it hardcore. Next week we go into, in fact, on Monday, and I'll get all your new sheet music posted here for the week, pretty quick here this weekend. Next week, we're diving into My Spaghetti Monster, Three Blind Mice, Brahms Lullaby, Yankee Doodle, and the Key of C arpeggio. So next week is sort of the not the foundation, but it is the beginning of the really complex way of playing. And we're absolutely going to turn you into a great ukulele player starting next week. Getting you the basic foundational skills this week is what's important. Next week, we put those skills to use. Okay. All right. Next thing on our hits from the week that we're playing is where am I going to? The key. Let's do the Key of A strummers, the little book. I want you to pick one song out of there. Let's. Where's my list here? Strumming in the Key of A. Which song out of the book, little booklet, do you want to do? I don't. It doesn't matter to me one iota which ones we pick. So grab something and tell me, hey, something's this week's been going well for you. Something's been going terrible for you. Let's figure it out. It's the A chord, D chord, and E7 chord. Where's my book? I had it up here earlier. I end up giving that book away to everybody, and so I can never find it. My paper copy of it, I always end up using here. I'll just pull it up on the screen. Strumming in the Key of A. Okay. Any preferences? Otherwise, I pick. All right. Okay. You guys are focusing on getting your book ready. All right. Let's go with. Let's grab. Go to page 13. Go to page 13. Page 13 has She'll Be Coming Around the Mountains on the top, and then at the bottom it's got Simple Gifts. And so let's use that as one of our example songs. It's a 2-chord song. You're going to use A chord, and you're going to use E7, and then A. Okay. Some of you may know this as Lord of the Dance. Some of you know it as Appalachian Spring from Aaron Copland's New World Symphony. Some of you know it as a ringtone on your phone, and some of you know it from when you went to the far right Protestant church like I grew up in. Okay. From the top, measure 13. I'm sorry, Simple Gifts, and just set that. 1, 2, 3. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place that is right, it will be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we won't be ashamed. To turn, turn, and turn, it will be our delight, till by turning and turning we come round right. Okay, hopefully A and E7 are making sense to you. Let's do a short 3-chord one. Let's go grab I'm a Little Teapot. Grab page 8. Go swing over to page 8. Let's do I'm a Little Teapot. It's a little shorty one that we can knock out. Okay, that chord, that songbook has A chord, D chord, and E7. Okay, let's go run and do that one real quick. Tom. Oh, you're welcome, Tom. Glad you came in. Please come back lots. Atlanta is exciting. That's cool. I don't know if we've ever had anybody from Atlanta, Tom. You may be the first. All right, let's go grab. I'm a little teapot. A chord, D chord, E7. 1, 2, ready, play. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. Excellent use of a very short song, lots of chords in there, lots of changes, and a great opportunity for you to check and see if everything's making sense for you. Okay, there's 34 songs in that book, and really I would love it if you played all 34. Just sit down at your house and played through all of them and just really got A, D, and E7 solid. Those chords come up a lot in the advanced music that you're headed toward, and so the sooner you just get them where you're really comfortable with it, the easier and more fun you're going to have. Next, I'd like to go to your ukulele C major scale. That was one of the handouts that we had this week. We're going to play a C major scale. Those of you who are brand new, this is something you want to be able to do. You will remember I'm playing the C scale sheet. I have the little piano keyboard on top. I show you where middle C is. Now, what I want to do is I want to play C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and then I want to turn around and go right back. Okay, so right at the top in the middle of that tablature is the piece that I want you to play. Let's go from open C and then 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2. Okay, and then turn around immediately and come right back. Focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, 0. Let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, play. 0, 2, 0, 1, 3, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0, 2, 0. Okay, playing your scales. Most musicians that are studying an instrument seriously will be working on scales. We don't really do it on ukulele because, well, we got over the rainbow to play. But the big message here is, hey, those notes fit together. They all sound like they belong together. If you were a singer, you would all work on that as warm up, and all brass, reeds, and pianists, most guitarists work on their scales to some extent, and so you have one there for you to get you up and running in your scale department. All right, and then finally, last thing we're going to do today, we're going to play Kookaburra. Okay, Kookaburra, top to bottom. That's on your key of C strummers, page 2. You're going to be using the C chord, the F chord, the G7 chord, and the A minor chord in this song. Now, notice or I don't necessarily notice right this minute, but you also have this exact same song in your little book, in the key of A. So you can play this song both in the key of C and in the key of A, and it'll help you learn all 4 sets of chords. Okay, all 4 chords in both keys. Okay, but we're going to play it in the key of C. So as a reminder, C chord, A minor chord, F chord, and then for Kookaburra it's a G7, so that's index here, middle here, ring there. Okay, and good Lord, and the creek don't rise. This will be the last time you have to hear me sing for a while. Okay, all right. From the top, Kookaburra. I'm going to do the intro, and then you jump in. Whoops, let's try a C. That's not a C. Let's try this one. Go. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. Very merry king of the bushes, he laugh, Kookaburra laugh, Kookaburra gay your life must be. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, eating all the gumdrops that he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop, Kookaburra, leave some there for me. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, chasing all the monkeys that he can see. Stop, Kookaburra, stop, Kookaburra, that's not a monkey, that's me. Kookaburra sits in a rusty nail, gets a boo-boo on his tail. Cry, Kookaburra, cry, Kookaburra, oh how life can be. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, very merry king of the bushes he. Laugh, Kookaburra, laugh, Kookaburra, gay your life must be. Never let go of your last chord until the ukulele completely stops ringing out, and then you're done. All right, we had a lot to get through today, and so I felt like I was pushing the whole period. But hey, look at how awesome we are. The big takeaway from today is you have Saturday and Sunday, right? So Saturday and Sunday, you have 2 more days to mess with all of the stuff on this list. By Sunday night, I will have switched over to next week's stuff. And so next week, let me just give you a brief overview. I talked about very briefly, but next week we dive very heavily into playing melody and getting your chords and melody to work together. So next week on Monday, we start into Tough Fuke and making sure you're understanding that. We'll be playing My Spaghetti Monster, Three Blind Mice, Brahms Lullaby, Yankee Doodle, and wrapping up. No, that'll be it for next week. Well, Key of C Arpeggio gets pushed over into the following week. So My Spaghetti Monster, Three Blind Mice, Brahms Lullaby, and Yankee Doodle, those honest to goodness are the foundation of this program. So that will teach you to play Tough Fuke, and that's what's exciting. Those of you guys that are next level players, I'm not positive what I'll grab for you. Probably grab you. I probably would go with one of the Irish songs. Maybe I think I'll figure out which one's the easier of the 5 that are there. It looks like there are 6. All of those are reasonably challenging. Maybe Whiskey in the Jar might be a good one to do. And then one of the Italian songs of those, I think Santa Lucia is probably what I'll pull out for you, or maybe Funiculi Funicula. I'll play through all the. It'll be an Irish one and an Italian one will be your next level songs, guys, for next week. And so if you have a strong preference for one of those songs, let me know. But otherwise, I'll look through them and see which ones are the easier ones to play, because you guys are working on getting your tough ukes together, and I want it to be smooth and easy for you on that. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Hopefully have a wonderful weekend planned. Don't talk to anybody or see anybody. Your family's the one that gives it to you. It seems like do good. Be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. I need you here every single week. And so, keep my numbers up. Don't go out and do anything crazy. Keep practicing. Put a little time in on Saturdays and Sundays. It's good for you. And then keep showing up here. I promise you will be a great player if you stick with me. And then subscribe and like if you haven't done that. Those are important things to do. Have a wonderful Santa Lucia, please. It's a beautiful song, Nancy. Love that one. Donna, good to see you. Have a great weekend. Don't hesitate to toss me emails if you're struggling on something. I do read all the emails. I don't necessarily always have time to write you back, and I am a little bit behind on emails, but I do love it when you guys communicate with me and let me know what's working for you and what's not working for you. If you're having any sort of challenges, if mostly it's coming together, it's okay to also send me a note and say, yep, thanks for doing it, right? Man, stroke my ego a little bit, yeah, if you need anything, please don't hesitate to email me, and then just be patient. I will see if I can get back to you. Uh, Thanks for being here, Vic, Melissa. Capital thanks, Gary, and capital thanks, Melissa, to you as well. Christine, so glad you've been coming around. Good to see you again. Brigitta, have a safe and fun weekend. Bridget's down in Florida, so Bridget, don't have a fun weekend. Stay home. You got sharks are going out with sharks rolling around down there, right? Yeah, I saw somebody. I don't know if he got bit recently or not, but I guess this time of year sharks would go up, right? Hopefully you're not out tempting fate. Lynn, good to see you. I don't know. I don't think the Sharks come up to New Jersey. Tom, so glad to have you here. Keep coming around, bud. We'll get you. We'll get you playing, or maybe you'll teach us how to play. I don't know. And Lynn's another vote for Santa Lucia. Okay, I'll see what I can do, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I will pull the stream, and I'll see all of you either alligators. Oh, I see people playing golf in Florida, and they're walking down the fairway, and there's an alligator over there. And they had to years ago, they in the golf rules of golf, they had to change the rules where if you're getting your ball presents an undue safety risk, you don't have to go get your ball. You can take a free drop, because they kept having people like, well, your ball's next to the alligator. You got to go hit it. And people were having squabbles as to what that meant. So they changed the rules of golf to the alligator rule, which means if your ball is too near an alligator, you don't have to. You can do a free drop. So, yeah, I can't even imagine being in the neighborhood with an alligator. So, yeah. It's crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna grab some lunch, and I will see all of you in the next class. Remember, we got next level ukulele coming up here in 4 minutes. So go come join us. We're playing Harry Potter of all things. Have a great day, guys.